11th house. So the 11th house in astrology is fixed air. It's another one of those constant changes, but it's definitely about like the mentality and how you communicate to a group of people in a way that's going to empower them and create revolution potentially. It's the 11th house is very future oriented, and it's generational around wanting to make sure that the group is taken care of and informed. 11th house also represents friendships. So another group, a group of people that, typically in like a big friendship group, the energy that's there is communicative. And you could let's say you've got fire energy and you've got a fire sign in your 11th house when you look at your chart. Well, you're going to be attracted to friends that want to go out and do things and celebrate life and have a good time because that's fire energy. Let's say you have a water sign in your 11th house. Then your group of friends are going to be individuals that reflect depth, introspection. They could all be psychic in their own way. It could be a little group of psychics, like being like, do you know what's going on over there? Yeah, they don't have a clue, but we do. You could also be the group of people that connects on an emotional basis. So 11th house, truthfully, is how you relate to a group of people, whether it's friendships. It could at times be coworkers, but that's more 6th house energy, to be honest. But it's the way that you ideally want to connect. It's how you want to connect with a group of people. It's hopes and dreams. The 11th house energy is really nice. They're all really nice. They're all just different. But I've never really thought about it that way. I love talking about this stuff. I love this stuff. It's like, what's happening in my 11th house? I had Virgo in my 11th house. Details. I do really love being around people who also like to plan out their lives. Whatever, enough about me. Stop it, Aries. Shut up. Can't help it. You can't help it. It's not to bring the attention onto me. It's literally to give examples, and I do best when talking about examples I've lived. But I've given you plenty of examples there. I love that I haven't really thought of it in that way, but now that I'm breaking down the basics and talking about it, astrology, we're just gonna get better and better at it together, guys. But yeah, so this is how you work in a dynamic of a group of people, how you ideally like to see yourself as a member of that group, and also how you can make sure that the group is taken care of. There's a lot around, the group dynamic being very important. So let's say you have your sun sign and your moon sign in your 11th house. Whoa, you're going to have even more of a draw and a concern and a desire to be connected with that group of people. Freaking cool. So freaking cool. Yeah, the 11th house. And that group dynamic never stays exactly the same. Do you notice that? Friendships can shift around throughout life, but you can still have a core group of people that have been your core group for a really long time that you might have individually gone through different shifts and experiences in life that maybe you're not as close to certain people that were in that group that you were, when you were young and a high school group of friends, for example. But you might be even closer to some people in that group that you weren't that close to when you were in that group at a younger age, in a different phase of your life. So it's very much about the group, but also like recognizing that the group is going to transform. And so knowing how you want to show up to help that process, or to be there with that process, or to communicate with those people around that process. I hope that helps.